Most Section 1. A new name, a stolen life. A girl sits in a bright trailer. The air is thick with the scent of dust and stale cigarettes. A man points a camera at her. He tells her to smile. He tells her she has a new name now. Her name is Sharon. He says he is her father. The girl looks into the lens. She does what she is told. She does not know this is a lie. She does not know her real name. She cannot run. She does not know the truth about who she really is, or who the man holding the camera truly is. This moment is the start of a life built on secrets and fear. This is the story of a girl the world would come to know as Sharon Marshall. It unwinds slowly, over decades. It is a story of stolen identity. It is about a man who shed names like old skin, a father, a husband, a fugitive, a monster in plain sight, and a child who grew up beneath his deceptions. We start in a small town. A young mother, Sandy Chipman, holds her infant daughter. The child's name is Suzanne Savakis. It is the late 1960s. Sandy is struggling. She is divorced and raising her children alone. She needs support, a helping hand. A man comes into her life. Franklin Delano Floyd. He presents himself as a friend, a protector. He says he will look after her and her children. He seems kind, dependable. But behind the smile is a dark history and darker intentions. Floyd takes control with frightening speed. He moves the family. He changes names. For himself, for them. A complex web of lies becomes their reality. He convinces Sandy to trust. He makes the children obey. He isolates them, controls the money, writes the rules. The promise of safety becomes a prison. For Suzanne, life is about to be erased. This man becomes the only person she knows. She does not know any of this yet. After taking Suzanne, Franklin Floyd's life becomes a blur of motion. A man on the run, not just from the law, but from his own identity. He moves from state to state, never staying for long. He leaves a trail of false names and fabricated stories. For the girl now in his care, constant movement becomes normal. Cheap motels, trailer parks, backseats of cars. No stable school. Her education is sporadic and inconsistent. Floyd tells people she is his daughter and gives her a new name, Sharon Marshall. She is forced to perform. Pageants, talent shows, she becomes a spectacle. People see a proud father, they do not see the cage. Life on the road is isolating, filled with fear. Sharon learns to read him, to perform in everyday life, the perfect daughter, or else. She has no other family, no one to tell her this is wrong. The constant moving keeps teachers, neighbors, concerned adults away. As years pass, his lies grow elaborate. Federal agent, businessman, new stories, new rules for Sharon. Their relationship is disturbing and predatory. His control is absolute. As a teenager, Sharon appears to thrive in Forest Park, Georgia. Intelligent, ambitious, well-liked. She earns a scholarship in aerospace engineering. She dreams of NASA. But behind the smile, a deep darkness. Floyd, now Warren Marshall, tightens control. He forbids college, calls her independence betrayal. He needs her to remain his possession. He tells her she is pregnant, forces a sham marriage, moves her to Oklahoma, and extinguishes a bright future. Franklin Delano Floyd was a chameleon of crime. His life a performance of many parts. To some, Warren Marshall, a doting father. To others, Trenton B. Davis, a generous husband. Dozens of aliases, a shield for a trail of violence, theft, and deception. A fugitive for much of his life, escaped custody, abandoned families, bewildered victims. He forged identities, talked his way out of trouble, then vanished. Disappearing was his most powerful tool. His control over Sharon was absolute, an extension of lifelong manipulation. He told her who she was, who he was, and what their relationship was. He likely told her her mother abandoned her, a lie to secure loyalty, confusion, fear. The man she called father was captor, then husband. For years, their wall of lies seemed impenetrable, but cracks formed. Neighbors noticed control and sudden anger. They saw a girl perpetually sad despite her smile. Systems had chances to intervene, but pieces never connected. He was arrested for minor crimes, always under aliases, a ghost in the system. Then violence escalated. police looked closer. They found forged birth records and fabricated family histories. For the first time, they suspected Sharon was not who she said she was. The facade began to split, and truth leaked into the light. The long process of uncovering the truth had begun. In the late 1980s, Sharon, now in Florida with Floyd, has a son, Michael. She gets a job and makes friends. Cheryl Comesso becomes a close companion, a glimpse of normal life. For Floyd, that connection is a threat. He cannot tolerate anyone else influencing Sharon. In 1989, Cheryl disappears. Her car is found abandoned. Sharon is terrified. She knows Floyd is violent and possessive. She knows she is in grave danger. In 1990, she is found on the side of a highway in Oklahoma City, a supposed hit and run. She is 20. Identified as Tanya Hughes, another false name. Her son, Michael, is nowhere to be found. Her true identity is buried under layers of lies. Years later, investigators re-examine the case, and Floyd. They believe he murdered her and staged a hit and run to maintain control. Her road ends in isolation, another secret in his violent life. In 1994, Franklin Floyd is arrested for kidnapping Michael from school. The audacity puts him in the crosshairs of federal agents. A massive investigation begins. Agents uncover aliases, forgeries, and the remains of Cheryl Comesso, murdered. Floyd offers conflicting, horrifying stories, never the full truth. The search centers on Sharon's identity. Friends recall a brilliant girl, but records are lies. For more than 2 decades, she remained nameless, a face in cold files. The internet, journalists, and sleuths keep her story alive. In 2014, investigators try modern forensics and genealogy databases. A distant cousin surfaces, a thin thread to a family name. Working backward, they reach one name, Sandy Chipman. The little girl's name is found, Suzanne Savakis. After a lifetime of stolen identities, she gets her name back. The power of a name brings relief and profound sadness. Sandy died never knowing. Others learn the girl who vanished became the woman in the news. They learn of her brilliance, ambition, and tragic end. Franklin Floyd is convicted for Cheryl Comesso's murder and sentenced to death. He remains on death row, unrepentant, withholding Michael's resting place. Suzanne's story is a warning. How systems fail, how predators exploit. It asks, how could a child live so long under a false name? How were the signs missed? Justice in a legal sense arrives, but the full truth remains buried. We return to that first act of violence, the theft of a name. Memory endures. Truth, with science and persistence, is stronger. The world now knows her real name, Suzanne Marie Savakis. We say her name to honor the girl she was and the woman she should have become. The camera may freeze a forced smile, but it cannot erase her forever. We say it, and we remember.